The unique way crooks are targeting your mail and how you can protect your information. Plus, flooded streets, angry homeowners, how city leaders are responding. Next at 11. Live from clickorlando.com and WKMG. We're getting results in your neighborhood now at 11 p.m. Now at 11, missing mail has a local town on edge coming up. We're taking a closer look at how crooks are tampering with those big blue mailboxes and getting their hands on what's yours. Troy.
After a weekend of flooding in Edgewater, residents filled City Hall. The next steps they agreed to take to help solve the flooding issue coming up.
And the Secret Service defending its efforts after a second apparent assassination attempt on Donald Trump's life.
Suspect didn't even get close to getting a round off.
But first, an 11-year-old who detectives say had an arsenal of airsoft guns, knives, and swords, arrested and perp-walked after investigators say he threatened to commit a mass shooting. He was one of 2 students arrested just today, accused of making school threats. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Matt Austin.
And I'm Lisa Bell in for Ginger Gadsden. The Volusia sheriff says the boy threatened to shoot up Creekside or Silver Sands Middle School. And a 13-year-old Flagler County girl is accused of threatening Buddy Taylor Middle School in a social media post. Both kids told detectives they were joking, but tonight they are both facing some very real charges. News 6's Treasurer Roberts spoke with a criminal defense attorney who explained why a lot of cases like these do not go to trial. Their conversation. And so, Treasurer, did he say what some of those root causes might be?
Yeah, the attorney said a lot of times the kids that are making these threats have either been bullied or harassed by other students. Now, he's not saying that makes it okay to threaten anyone, but he is asking school staff to take it seriously and find a way to prevent bullying.
It's just insane the number of threats that school districts across Central Florida have been dealing with, especially in the past couple of weeks.
We have seen a lot lately, an uncomfortable amount. Treasurer Roberts, thank you.
We are following some breaking news tonight. Less than an hour ago, we learned that music mogul Sean Combs, better known as Diddy, has been arrested in New York City. That's according to his attorney. The charges against him have not been released at this time. Combs' attorney says he's been cooperating with the investigation. Earlier this year, Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami were the target of a months-long sex trafficking probe by the Homeland Security Investigations Agency. And the fastest way to get updates on breaking stories like this is to download our News 6 app and make sure breaking news alerts are turned on. The app is free in your app store. Just search WKMG.
Well, tonight, we're learning more about the man federal investigators believe was plotting to shoot former President Donald Trump while he played golf in South Florida. Prosecutors say 58-year-old Ryan Routh was spotted hiding in a tree line near Trump's West Palm Beach Golf Club on Sunday. He was about 300 to 500 yards from where the former president was playing golf. Secret Service detail noticed the muzzle of the gun through the tree line, and then they shot at it. Court documents say that's when he ran, leaving behind a rifle, a scope, a digital camera, and more. Investigators say phone records put him in the bushes for nearly 12 hours. Police body cam video shows the moment Florida deputies arrested Routh about 50 miles north of the golf club. Routh was officially charged today with 2 federal counts, including possession of a gun while a convicted felon and for having a weapon with no serial number. Trump was not hurt. Tonight, the Secret Service is defending the level of security provided for the former president, as this is the second apparent assassination attempt in as many months.
And what we did yesterday proves that the system can work, because the suspect didn't even get close to getting a round off, and we apprehended him and brought him to justice.
If Routh is convicted on both counts, he faces a max sentence of 20 years. Meantime, Governor Ron DeSantis is promising a state investigation. When questioned at a press conference today, he said the incident appears to include multiple violations of Florida law, but he didn't give any specifics.
All right, we do want to check in now with meteorologist Jonathan Kagas, who was tracking some showers earlier, but you still have some green on the radar tonight, Jonathan.
We do, yeah. A couple of teeny tiny downpours for us, mainly in Polk County, but the Showers are sneaking into Osceola. We have a couple of showers right around Deer Park and Holopaw this evening. Also, a few very light showers just north of Rockledge, pushing onto Merritt Island. A lot of the green you see around Palm Bay, that's some ground clutter from the radar, so that's not actually rain falling, but the downpours are heading back toward Haines City, Lakeland, and Davenport tonight. Most of us are quiet from Deltona into Daytona Beach, Palm Coast, through Volusia County and Flagler County. We're looking good tonight. Nice quiet evening ahead. We're at 78 right now at the Cape, 79 in Cocoa Beach, also 78 in Kissimmee. We're at 77 in Claremont. More storms come back down the pipeline tomorrow. We're going to pinpoint that timeline for you coming up in about 10 minutes.
Jonathan, thank you. Well, a lot of rain blanketed neighborhoods in the Edgewater area of Volusia County this weekend. So much so, people were breaking out their boats just to try to get around the neighborhood. Others spotted catfish swimming through the streets. Neighbors brought their concerns about that flooding to tonight's city council meeting. News 6's Troy Campbell was there.
Tonight, mail is disappearing in part of Volusia County, and investigators believe they know what is going on. Ormond Beach police believe criminals are stealing the mail from the blue mailboxes outside the city's 2 U.S. post office locations. So detectives believe they are using a device that traps any mail dropped into the box. It has handles and allows crooks to come back and pull the mail out. Police say the thefts have led to stolen checks being altered and cashed. Tonight, Ormond Beach police are encouraging people to go inside the post office to drop off their mail. But if you have to use one of those blue mailboxes, listen closely to make sure your mail has fallen to the bottom of the box when you put it in there. And if you notice anything suspicious, contact law enforcement. Now, if you or someone you know has been a victim of mail theft, you're urged to contact the U.S. Postal Inspection Service. That number's on your screen to file a report. We have also posted that number for you on our website, clickorlando.com.
Imagine if these bad guys use their powers for
to do something good.
That's pretty smart.
Yes.
All right, we still have a lot more ahead coming up on News 6 at 11.
That's right. We are focusing on the issues impacting the city of Melbourne as we prepare to hit the road. Many of you shared concerns about the number of people who live on the streets. Coming up, we're taking a closer look at what the city is doing to combat homelessness.
You're watching News 6 at 11, live on a Monday night. We're getting results for Thornton Park, Heathrow, and all of Central Florida.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Rubenstein Law.
It's time to play America's favorite jackpot game. This is Powerball. Good evening, America. I'm Laura Johnson. Tonight we have another life-changing jackpot for you. It's worth an estimated $163.4 million. So get those tickets out. Let's play. That first number up is 31. Followed by the number 9. Tonight, we're going to meet Francisco Nunez, who won $150,000 playing Powerball. Congratulations, Francisco. Now, for the rest of those numbers, we've got 11, 8, rounding it out with 27. Your Powerball number tonight, good luck, everyone, is 17, and your Power Play multiplier is 5. Let's take a look at those numbers one last time. Remember, there are multiple ways to win. We'll see you back here Wednesday night. Good night, everyone.
Congratulations to Trooper Steve on winning the 2024 Law Enforcement Officer of the Year Award.
News 6 has been hitting the road, and we've gone from town to town to town. We've been talking to you, exploring your city, and getting results. We're getting to know you in a whole new way.
I finally get to see the people that I see on TV in person.
There's not many news stations that would do that.
Now, we're coming to you, Melbourne. We're broadcasting live from Squid Lips, September 18th, 4 to 7 p.m. We'll see you soon.
Wow, that's exciting.
WKMG is hitting the road, focusing on Melbourne in Brevard County. One of the things we heard a lot from you and your neighbors, you're worried about the people who are living on the streets without a home.
Yeah, it is a growing issue in many communities. News 6 investigator Eric Sandoval looked at what the city has done and what they are still doing. It is a problem that we're seeing.
It seems in every single community and neighborhood we've been to, affordable housing is the biggest issue.
Welcome to Florida.
Yeah.
Right? Again, we will be broadcasting our evening newscast live from Melbourne this Wednesday. Come out and join us at Squid Lips on Pineapple Avenue from 4 until 7 p.m. We hope to see you there.
Well, development just got more expensive in a part of Seminole County. Tonight, Oviedo City Commissioners approved a new mobility fee. That plan calls on developers to pay $2,700 for new homes. That fee for small businesses starts at $3,800, goes all the way up to about $50,000 for things like fast food restaurants. Supporters say the money is needed to help keep up with the extra congestion from all the new development. The new plan will be in place for the next 2 decades.
The Flagler County Commissioners voted unanimously tonight to ban smoking and vaping in county-owned parks. Cigars, though, are not included in the ban. The ordinance stems from a 2022 law allowing cities and counties to restrict smoking at public places like beaches and parks.
A restaurant that's been a staple in Orlando's Milk District for nearly 2 decades is closing.
Yeah, we're talking about Pom Pom's Tea House and Sandwicheria on Bumby Avenue. The owner made the announcement today on social media. It comes a little more than a year after a social media post revealed that the restaurant had been seeing a lack of customers and was struggling to recover from the pandemic. We spoke with the general manager, who says a shift in consumer behavior and the founder wanting to do something different played into today's decision. Pom Pom's last day is Friday, October 4th, and this is just the latest heartbreak for foodies in Florida. Right now at clickorlando.com, we've compiled a list of restaurants that have closed since the beginning of the month. There are 5 that have already shut down and 1 that's closing next week. We're talking about Cappy's Subs in Maitland, Ethos Vegan Kitchen in Winter Park, Alex's Fresh Kitchen in Castleberry, and Farm and House in Winter Park. Valkyrie Donuts is set to close its Orlando location on Sunday, the 22nd. So sad news to
I hate to see it. Pom Pom's, if you never have been, it's such an original, unique little
known
place.
for its Thanksgiving sandwich, which was just
you had
amazing.
told me about, and I tried and was delicious. Their teas are great. Just a great ambiance in
Absolutely,
the place.
yeah.
All right, let's check in with Jonathan Kagas, our meteorologist, who's guiding us through the rest of the evening into tomorrow.
Yeah, guys, a couple of downpours late this evening. We were talking that we could have a few of these south of Orlando. We have them, just some light showers pushing into Kissimmee right now. These are kind of fizzling out that we're moving out of Kenansville into Holopod, Deer Park. Just a few teeny tiny showers in Rockledge. Most of the green you see on your screen here from Palm Bay into Grand Valkyria into Melbourne. We're watching just some ground clutter there. So it's the radar running into something and showing up as rain. It's not really raining for us in those areas. The villages of Ocala, we're dry up into Marion County as well. We're going to keep things on the drier side for the rest of the evening. Future radar doing a nice job tonight. We were showing you this earlier. There's 11 o'clock tonight and showing you where the opportunity for some late night shower activity is. Overnight tonight, though, we dry things out. Waking up early tomorrow morning, things are looking pretty nice. Just a few passing clouds out there. Otherwise, lots of sunshine. Then we get a late start to our storm chances. There's 4 to 5 o'clock. Playing some golf tomorrow. You're in luck. Again, temperatures hanging around 90 degrees tomorrow. So it will be hot and humid. But in terms of the storm chances, getting a later start and then really focusing along into the south and east of I-4. Pretty much like what we saw this evening. Again, closer to the Space Coast and Osceola County as well. Some of that lingering late into the evening, just like what we're seeing out there tonight. There's 3 o'clock on your Wednesday afternoon. More shower and thunderstorm chances coming back down the pipeline along into the west of I-75 to start. Here is a live look in Daytona Beach tonight with our Daytona Toyota Deland Kia Skycam. Air temperatures back to the upper 70s. The breeze out of the north-northeast at about 7 miles an hour. Temperatures back to the upper 70s in Titusville, 77 in Claremont. Leesburg, we're checking in at 77 as well. We are at 75 degrees in the villages. Now here's a look at your pinpoint. Accurate forecast.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency? You ought to call Strata.
87 degrees tomorrow in New Smyrna Beach. We're at 91 in Kissimmee, 90 degrees in Leesburg. Checking in at 88 at the Cape, 89 in Cocoa Beach. All things are nice and quiet, relatively speaking, in the tropics. We do have Gordon. It's hanging out right above the truck here. It is a tropical depression tonight. It is going to stay out there. It means no problems to anybody. Right now, we just have a few extra clouds out there towards Cuba. Nothing highlighted by the Hurricane Center. And again, we should be quiet for the next 7 days. It could be some shenanigans in the Caribbean, in the Western Caribbean, once we get beyond that 7-day period. How watching that, if you frequent social media, you've likely seen that already posted all over the place. 50% shot for storms tomorrow, 40% chance on Wednesday. We're keeping things pretty status quo right on through the weekend.
Jonathan, thank you. Here are tonight's winning Powerball numbers again. We have 31, 9, 11, 8, 27, and 17.
Here are tonight's winning lottery numbers. Pick 2, 5-0. Pick 3, 5-0-5. Pick 4, 9-4-3-5. Pick 5, 7-5-7-9-8. Fireball is 9.
Fantasy 5 is 20, 5, 18, 31, and 23.
And Cash for Life, 18, 22, 31, 38, 55. The cash ball is 4. Good luck. Ryan is here now with sports.
Talking NFL, and all eyes right now are on the Dolphins quarterback situation.
Yeah, head coach Mike McDaniel spoke with reporters today. He offered his thoughts on Tua Tagovailoa's future. We'll share those with you and show you who won tonight's battle of birds. Meanwhile, the Bucs earned a huge win over the weekend, and their quarterback, he made it all possible with his arm and legs. We'll hear from Baker Mayfield coming up.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Freedom Health Medicare Advantage plans.
In the morning, we're bringing you the stories that matter most to you.
Exactly. You want to know what's happening in your neighborhood.
You wake up and you get what you need before your day begins.
That's what News 6 Mornings does every day. You got to watch before you go.
Imagine your home totally organized with Closets by Design.
Man, it's just kind of sad, a bit awkward situation to talk about with the Dolphins quarterback sitch.
It's been a concussion issue, one after another for Tua Tagovailoa, and once again we're talking about it. It is a very sad story, without question. He's downstairs smiling with teammates, working with trainers. Those, the words from Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel earlier today on his QB, Tua Tagovailoa. KJ Jefferson providing that experience and leadership the Knights were looking for when they got him, and it turned into a big win on the road. We'll be right back.
Trooper Steve on Patrol is sponsored by Gibson Truck World. We are the king of trucks.
Items from the iconic 90s sitcom Friends going up for auction later this month. Were you a Friends fan, Lisa?
Absolutely.
It's all about the show's 30th anniversary, the sale being put on by Warner Brothers and auction house Julian's. You can buy the Central Perk couch that they used to hang out on, sweaters worn by Jennifer Aniston herself, who played Rachel. Remember that hair she had that everybody tried to emulate? Yep. You might find a hair on it. The auction, I'm adding that. I don't know. The auction will take place September 23rd. You can participate both in person and online if you're in the market.
Very cool. You can find all of tonight's stories plus breaking news and podcasts on News 6 Plus.
It's free to download to your smart TV or your streaming device. We'll see you on Tuesday.